Hi, this is Dr. Martha Lucas, and welcome to this episode of the podcast Energy Medicine Woman. I am a research psychologist and practitioner of Chinese medicine. My physical practice is based in both Denver and Littleton, Colorado, but I also treat people remotely all over the world. And this podcast is a part of that worldwide reach. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about balance, because I recently had an experience of my husband and I had a backpacking trip planned with one of our grandchildren, and through the COVID thing we weren't really sure if it was going to happen, but we were able to do it because of course it was outside, it was backpacking. But I had tremendous guilt about it because my business was one of the businesses that was very negatively affected by the whole pandemic. And so what I like to call my old Catholic guilt was just all over me I could hear these messages saying, who are you to be taking 3.5 days off? And you're not even going to have internet service. You're not going to be able to even find out if you have business or talk to your assistant or anything, just all over myself with that kind of thinking. And I was talking to one of my friends about it, and she said, all fire makes desert. And I thought, all fire creates desert. All fire can only create desert. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is so true. And then I started to think about it in my Chinese medicine way of thinking about yang and yin. So you may know, yang is the hot, fiery sun side of the yang-yin pair, and yin is the more cool, nurturing, shady side. And we all know from the Tai Chi symbol that it takes yang, the rising energy of yang, and the falling energy of yin, and then they become each other and support each other for us to have good health and balance. So I really started to think about that. Like my patients, I would never suggest that you only do yang, 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 yang. You keep running, and you never take a break, and you never have a rest, and you just keep thinking and moving. That would be a yang kind of life. And I am more of a yangy person. I'm an Aries, fire sign, right? And I am more yangy. But the fact that I felt like, I just can't even take any time off. I have to be on, without the balance of allowing myself to have some creativity time, allowing myself to have a little downtime, allowing myself to feel nurtured by my family who I was going with on this trip, really struck me. So think about that. All fire, or all fire all the time, all sun all the time, is going to just create a desert. How could anything grow with all sun, full sun all the time? It would not happen. You need the nurturing of water. You need the nurturing of shade. So I want to remind everybody today about, in your own life, doing your best to create some balance, your best to create some balance with you're working hard, you're thinking hard, you're moving, with also, I need some space to rest. I need some space to relax. I need some space to nurture myself, and then feel that, not be overcome by this feeling of, I'm a bad person because I just took time off from work, or I'm a bad business person because I didn't just stay home and work and think. Okay, that is not going to work for us in our bodies. It would be the same sort of thing as you only eat one kind of food. You just keep eating the same thing over and over again, and you never give your body any fiber, for example. That's not going to work for your health. That is not going to work for your body to be healthy. So it's about balancing yin and yang, balancing fire and water, balancing what we put in our bodies so that we can stay healthy and we can stay happy. Even with your spirit, in Chinese medicine, when we're too young, we're too stuck, we're too stagnated because of yang fire, our spirit gets agitated. And then what happens? We don't sleep very well at night because that's a time for our spirit to relax. So number one, we're tired. Number two, that kind of stress on our body is bad for our immune system. So we have that feeling of too much stagnation, too much what we call heart fire. So maybe a person gets frustrated more quickly, they get angry more quickly. That's because of that emotional stagnation, that heart fire. So again, too much sun, too much heat, too much fire without nurturing the other side. And, you know, when we get that stagnated, when we get that full of fire, it's going, there's the potential for some damage. For example, if you have a hose outside and you have the nozzle turned all the way open and so the water is coming out, it's full, it's flowing, right? Hoses were made to flow, but you step on it. Think about how much energy it takes to stop that flow, or you grab the hose into a knot. That takes a lot of energy. That takes a lot of strength to stop that flow. Well, that's what we're doing in our body when we only do fire, when we only do movement, when we only do heat. We are stopping the flow. And then what happens? You let go, you let go of the knot, or you let go of the pressure with your foot, and the water comes out very, very quickly and strongly. Well, that's what would happen, for example, with an angry outburst. You can't control it because of the stagnation that's been in there, or a health issue. Your immune system goes down because you haven't given yourself the time to nurture yourself and give your body rest. So I want you to remember that idea that all fire creates desert. Keep that image in your mind, and it will help you remember that you need to nurture yourself. So you need to take some time. We're creative beings. We need to have that nurturing. So anyway, that's my message for this episode of Energy Medicine Woman. And if you need support or to talk or some treatments, you can reach me at Dr. M. Lucas at acupuncturewoman.com. That's DrMLucas at acupuncturewoman.com. And my business, Your Wellness with Dr. Martha, is a global practice. So if you need help, please feel free to contact me. And in the meantime, take care and be safe.